Hello, today I'm going to tie a cruncher for you. It's a quill cruncher with a UV thorax. The hook I'm going to use is a Hayabusa 761 in size 10. Just put that into the vise, and I'm going to use the uni thread 6/0. First thing to do then is tie on the thread. Don't worry too much about the neatness. We're going to cover most of that up anyway. A lot of people like to use the pheasant tail for the tail. I use just the feathers off of an old hackle, and the reason for that is after a bit of pounding from the fish, I find the pheasant tail, they just disintegrate and you lose them. And although I'm not a great believer in the tail making a lot of difference, it's a confidence thing. If you're not confident, you'll stop catching fish. So I've just adjusted the tail slightly there, and I've come on my steps and removed my waist. Now for the rib, I'm going to use just fine copper. It's quite a bright copper, this. And I'm going to capture that in. Now the quill I'm going to use is a dyed yellow one. So I'm going to bring my thread all the way back and capture in my quill. Now I've got a bit of an uneven body near the end here, so I'm just going to build it up slightly until I'm happy with it. That'll do nicely. First thing to come across then is the quill itself. So let's just bring that. Now I'm not doing quite touching turns here, but it's not far off it. Just as well, I'm near the end of where I want to go. I'm going to capture in the end there. Once I've locked into place, I'll just pull away, no problems. Now the wire is not necessary. What you can do is you can use a UV resin or a bit of nail varnish just to protect the quill, but I find if you bring a rib over, it not only protects the quill, but it also adds something to the fly. I like the way it looks, and this is the way I do it. Once I've got that in place, I'm going to lock that in. Take that away. Now the trout ice dubbing is very good. It comes in various colours. I'm going to use the yellow UV. I probably won't need this much. Like most things in fly tying, whatever you think you'll need, it's probably half of that. So let's bring that in. Now I've dubbed it on quite tightly. I'm going to come as far back to where I stopped the body, and I've left myself a couple of millimetres just at the head here. Now I've already prepared my hackle feather. With crunchers, I think the secret to them is using a very soft fibred hackle. and what that gives you is lots of movement in the fly. So before I secure that in, I'm just going to add a little bit of wax. Just adding the wax at this stage really helps hold the feather in place. So they're very delicate, these feathers, but I'm only looking for 1 turn. So if I bring that round as lightly as I can, I'm going to bring it near to the front of the hook as I can, because I want it to sweep back behind the fly. Once I've done that, I can bring my thread. Now I'm going to lick my thumb and forefinger, sweep everything back and catch that in. Now once I'm happy it's caught in, I can pull that away. Now it hasn't all come there, and I'm not worried. As I sweep it back, I can see the bit. Just pluck it away. Then sweep it all back again. Make sure you're happy. I like to have a reasonable head, and the reason I'm using the red thread as opposed to a yellow or anything else is when I finish, without having to change threads, I've got a nice red head at my fly. A couple of half hitches to hold that in place, like so. Take my scissors and just trim that away. I'm going to use hard as nails just to cap the head off, just catch underneath it as well. And I'm going to use an old feather just to clear my eye. And there you have the Quill Cruncher, sorry. Thank you for watching.